With this lamp, it's
Hey,
causing
guys.
trouble.
Sorry I'm late. I was doing other stuff. What
I
can I
love
say?
lamp.
Yeah. Did you say I love lamp?
Love lamp.
Love lamp. Okay.
Oh,
Well,
you have. Yeah, okay. I see.
all right. So we're back for part two of the bankruptcy financial breakdown with our friend Tiff here, who is the only person who can explain things to me in terms that I understand. We started the other night, so we're gonna leave off, or we left off, sorry, on that like the line by line kind of stuff with the.
Yeah,
Okay, let me pull that up.
we were just getting into the debts and the creditors, right? And
Yeah.
that's kind of how we want to go at it tonight. Approach tonight is a better phrase for that.
Good.
I'm a little off, sorry. But we're
It's all good.
gonna talk about some of those debts and how everybody understands credit card debt, right? Like, I mean, that's
I think I understand. Yeah.
right.
Unfortunately. Yeah.
Yeah, unfortunately, exactly. Good ways or bad ways, we get it, right?
Yeah.
But we also see, and I know that a lot of people have seen the documents that we're talking about and that we're going to share and discuss. But we've seen some strangeness isn't the right word. We've seen some uncommon debts and creditors on those statements as well, or on those schedules, I should say. So we'll talk about those and kind of go over what we think they mean or what they could mean, or even if we even know, right?
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, let's
Let me see if I can zoom this in a little bit more.
so I have like 3 questions that we had people, send in questions. I have like 3 of them that I don't think are I think I can answer them at any time. I don't think I have to
If you
wait
want
till
to
the
go ahead
end.
and talk about that now, that's fine.
Yeah. So the first one was, how is it possible to spend that much money? I cannot fathom those amounts. Yeah. Same, right? I don't know. I don't have an answer for that. I really don't.
I bet I could do it.
I mean, I could.
I feel like I
It's a
could do it.
challenge. Right. Right. I mean, I could do it. But it's. I mean, when your mortgage payment is what, $15,000 a month, maybe it's very easy to do.
Yeah, that's crazy, man.
Yeah. I mean, I've worked on files in a very wealthy area of Detroit suburbs, and I've seen some numbers. So it's not shocking to me as much, but that spending is. You don't typically see that spending.
Yeah.
So I don't have an answer for that. I really don't. So the next one is, how would they be approved for so many lines of credits and loans? I think that just happened over time, right? I don't think it was like suddenly this year they had
Yeah.
all this excess,
That's what I was confused about. I was like, how do you get approved for so much shit when you because like I remember like earlier in my 20s, like mid 20s, I was just like, "Oh, I can take out all these loans. This is fun." And then I would spend it all and then I would try to get another loan. And at some point people started telling me no, and I had to figure that out. But I
Yeah.
don't know. I'm like, when did people start telling these guys no? Because it seems like they got away with it or like got more and more and more for a long time.
And that's kind of the little secret of wealth, to be honest. I think that people don't talk about is that you are able to get, the more you don't maybe need it, the more you are able to get it. And then there's perception of wealth, right? That comes into play too. So it's interesting. I don't know in terms of, because I see a pattern for them that has been happening for many years. So the only thing I can think of is that a lot of these accounts were just older, very old, we're older. And then some of them we see like the different types of lenders that are maybe more common for lower income folks like us. And like the pay as you pay, what is it, that Affirm, where you
Yeah.
buy now, pay later kind of stuff. We see some of that here too. And so that's like a little pattern that you'll notice where you start getting more desperate, where you're asking for money, right?
Yeah, I've been down all those roads, Affirm, Klarna, whatever.
And it's really kind of weird because honestly, like the credit scoring algorithm is fickle, but it also regenerates pretty quickly, right? So if you can get back on track with things, your scores will boost up enough to get you more credit.
Gotcha.
And then you end up in a cycle.
Mm.
Do you think
then
there's
the-
evidence that their credit score went down and up and down and up, or was it a constant, like, do you think it maybe constantly went down and they just had a lot of high credit lines in the early days that they used later on?
Yeah, I think over time, it may have gone down and up just because of, like I said, what I saw in their borrowing patterns in San Francisco for the mortgages. But once they got to Arizona, I think it steadily went down.
Okay.
And then we're in this spot, right? So yeah, and then the third question is about the Airbnb, but I'm not going to talk about that just yet. We will circle back though,
Okay.
and discuss that
All right.
at the end if we've got time. But if we don't, we'll cover it in another one. So
I need
so
to
yeah,
find where we left off here, what we're supposed to be looking at.
we were on schedule E and F, I think.
Okay, so I'm gonna write it down.
So keep going.
Yeah, E is creditors and
Yep,
claims.
this is
Okay.
where we were.
Gotcha.
Yep.
'Cause there's a firm.
Affirm, exactly. Yeah. So right underneath the firm is actually a good one to talk about real quick, and that's the American Express, right? So what everybody's been talking about is that, and even in the articles, that the majority of these debts are listed as being incurred in 2025, right? And so I went and found because somebody had asked the other night and I didn't have a great answer, I went and found the actual instruction book for filling out this form. And it was recently updated in 2022. And it was actually surprisingly, it wasn't like looking at a tax form instruction page. It was actually pretty it was pretty concise. So the exact instruction for that line is that when a debt was incurred on a single date, fill in the actual date the debt was incurred. When a debt was incurred on multiple dates, fill in the range of dates. For example, if the debt is from a credit card, fill in the month and year of the first transaction and the month and year of the last transaction. So with these accounts, and again, like I said before, we're going to see errors. They will be required to tidy this up if they want to get these debts included in their bankruptcy, right? But because you can't just take everything out in 2025 and then set it all on fire. But we see, like with this American Express card, when they file their amended application, it'll most likely have those date periods.
Okay.
Yeah.
We have a couple of comments here. Fake Laura Owens, thank you for the $5. Excuse me, uncommon is normal in my family. I think that's probably true. Also,
true.
Fake Laura Owens, thank you for the 5. You people just don't understand how expensive it is jumping 3-foot ponies over 1.5 foot high fences while competing against 12-year-old girls. Jesus.
Listen, I tripped in my kitchen over a half-inch baby gate railing, right? And I shattered my leg. So I actually do understand how hard that could be because I'm a klutz. But at least I had medical coverage for it.
Yeah, I gotcha.
Just saying, it was not a cheap
If
bill.
I'm walking or doing something physical, I can hear your mic. I can guarantee you I'm sitting on my ass on the couch, and also I mute my mic when I'm not talking mostly, so it's not me.
Is that me? Am I doing it?
No, man. I don't know what's going on there.
I mean, I'm probably out of breath. And I
No,
am.
you're fine. You sound fine.
Where's your mic, Tiff? Is it on a lanyard or cable or something? Or
You know what? Hold on.
it might
me
be
try
some desk noise or chair noise.
Let me see something here. Sorry. I don't know if that's not going to matter, I don't think. But let me try a couple of things and see if did that help maybe? I don't know. We'll see. Tell me if it's better or worse. I don't know how much I can do about it.
We'll be all right.
Oh, there's a shuffle sound, and I'm sorry, there probably will be a shuffle sound because I do have my fan on and it's really hot and I don't have it blowing on me, but it's in the room. So that's happening.
I think we're okay.
And
Yeah.
I hate that sound, so I do relate to being irritated by it, but I also can't turn my fan off. So,
No, fair enough.
all right. Okay.
Somebody says Big Tiff and her OnlyFan.
Good one. Yep.
All right.
That's me. Me and my OnlyFan. My friggin' $90 fan in the corner.
Well, we're good. No worries.
It's fine. Okay, so anyway, I don't know that we have to go through line by line, but we can skim through as we talk about like APS. APS is the utility company, I guess, is what I'm told.
Mhm.
And they, have two accounts with APS.
Gotcha.
I think that there's
They have a bunch.
I think with that there's an explanation maybe. I think it could be that maybe the pool house might be on its own meter.
Okay.
I don't know. Yeah. So that's no big whatever.
Yeah.
We've got Bank of America.
There's a lot of Bank of America accounts. There's 1,
Yeah.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Right.
Yeah, and they were quite hefty. I did the math the other night. I don't remember what it is now, but it's well over 100,000.
Yeah.
And
I mean, this one alone is $77,000, so that's nice.
Yeah. And I don't know. Okay, so like with credit card debt, because the rates are high, it can escalate pretty quickly. So it might not be that they were approved for these types of line of credit amounts, right? But that the balances have become so, or I should say that the interest and fees have become so high that the balances have, doubled, tripled, whatever. That's just a thought. Sorry.
They don't differentiate these things between principal and interest or anything like that on these forms.
No. Yeah, right. It's going to be the total amount that you owe. And that's what you want to put on there, because if you don't put the full amount, then it doesn't all get written off in the bankruptcy. Line of credit. So that would be less of a credit card and more of a like a loan.
Mhm.
For who knows what, right? I don't know.
Yeah.
And then we've got these miscellaneous purchases on credit. So I want to, real quick, I do want to talk about the credit card stuff. And these miscellaneous purchases on credit, because I've had the thought of like, what if this was how they were paying the medical debt, right? What if they really did have medical debt and they were paying it with credit cards? But if that were the case, you would definitely want to put that in your description, because that just bolsters your bankruptcy case more. Like, oh, it's not my fault because look at all this medical debt I have, right? And I had to pay it somehow, and this is how I had to pay it. But these are all listed as miscellaneous purchases on credit, other than we've got two accounts at Bank of America that are personal liability business debt. So that's interesting.
Okay.
Now, I think last time you said you think they filled out some stuff and then
this one says medical right here.
A lawyer, a financial lawyer, filled this out for them?
Yeah, so like what they'll have you do is the attorney's office will have you go through the form and fill it out, and then they'll plug it in based on your answers. And like, because when you fill it out, you might not have all of the addresses and stuff, but like when I don't want to get too far in the weeds, but when the attorney fills this stuff out, they already know the bankruptcy department at Bank of America's address, right? So you're really putting in your balances, when you took these funds of these debts out, and your account numbers is what you're filling in, and the bankruptcy attorney will fill in the rest. So we could also see some maybe standardized answers, I think is what you're getting at. Maybe the person in the law firm filled it out wrong. I don't know. Either way, I'm pretty sure that the trustee is going to want a more specific reason.
Yeah, I was kind of just wondering if they make these other specify text field's more generic. But
They
like
probably
Lauren
do.
just pointed out, this Banner Health one does say medical on it. So
Yeah. And you know, I would expect with somebody that age and with any kind of condition, chronic or otherwise, that you would see some medical stuff. I would expect it to be more, but yeah, we see it here. This is what we see for 2025, right? $218. So those are some of the uncommon things that you might see, but maybe not so uncommon for people filing bankruptcy, because this is really, I think medical reasons are a lot of the reasons people file for bankruptcy statistically.
This one though, it's only $218, which it's, you know, it's a chunk of money, but it's like trivial kind of compared to everything else in this entire document, right? Is that very common, do you think, when you see these things, like that there would be these tiny ones in here scattered throughout, or is this usual or unusual, or?
I think it's kind of usual. You like, that looks like a not a copay, but a deductible or something, a remaining balance, right? After what insurance or something for me. And if you're at a point where you've decided that you're going to file bankruptcy, then you probably stop paying on those smaller things. And I'm going to hold on one second, guys. I'm so sorry. Can you guys hear noise from the other room? Because I can hear it.
No, I can't hear anything.
No.
Okay. If you do hear it, just let me know. My husband's home and in the other room, but it's fine if you can't hear it. I don't care. I don't know. I could speculate forever. Oh, sorry. I could speculate forever on what exactly the reason for the $218, but it's a general medical expense. Like you see, like I said, with the smaller utility stuff, where the bankruptcy attorneys, like I said the other night, well, oh my God, Tiffany, stop. We'll tell you to stop paying, you know, a few months in advance of filing, so you can write those things off. So yeah, sorry. Still me. So we were at Banner Health, and then
where have I heard of Banner Health?
I know, right? Yeah,
I know, right?
Right. Like the obvious, yeah, you know. Because I guess they're pretty large.
Yeah.
What I understand. I don't.
Mm.
I mean, when I worked in Texas for a couple of months, I did see a lot of them. So yeah, I guess they are pretty large. But these are, so here's when we talk about unusual stuff, right? Or uncommon. The equine underwriting. It says services. Underwriting to me sounds like insurance. So mainly because I have an insurance brain, but services is, I don't know, maybe they have to pay an insurance, like I don't know, like when you rent a car and you pay for the insurance on it. Maybe when they transport a horse, you have to pay. I don't know. I could just I'm literally guessing here, but it's an uncommon expense you would see, right?
Yeah.
$1,400 services. Maybe it's a company that comes in and does something with the horses for them, gives them medicine.
Lots of people are just saying horse insurance. So.
Oh, it's gap insurance.
Gap
insurance. Boots. Oh my gosh, Boots answers my questions every time I have them. I love her. she's my mini me. Health insurance for horses. Thank you. Yeah. So I think we see that again somewhere. Maybe it was just in the expense list.
Oh, okay.
But it's normal for a horse. Okay, so it's a normal amount. Okay. Well, that makes sense. It's got to be a certain amount of time built up. Capital One. Oof.
More credit.
2004.
And that's just
so
yeah.
I feel like this is an account that was opened in 2004. I don't know. I just don't know. I don't know what their reasoning is behind filling out these forms and answering these questions. I wish I knew. Right? Because sometimes we don't even answer. Carolyn Becker, who I believe is a horse trainer.
I was about to say, who's Carolyn Becker? I looked it up.
No date on that as well.
Right. Yeah, I looked it up and it said the first result that came up with was a psychiatrist, and I was like, finally. But then no, it wasn't the psychiatrist. So.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I think it's a horse
Horse
trainer.
trainer. Yeah, because then I looked it up. I was like, Carolyn Becker horses, and that made more sense.
That made more sense.
Yeah. It's like, when was the psychologist? It was like, hallelujah. But then, no, just kidding.
Damn.
What's cherry?
Cherry, I don't know. I don't know. It's a California zip code, I think. I don't know. That was an interesting one to me too. It's got to be, I don't know, a person, a company. I don't know.
Yeah.
So it's weird to see, like, okay, so if I'm the trustee, right, and I'm looking at this paperwork, and I'm like, okay, well, who the fuck is Cherry? Why do you owe them $940.23? Why is there no description for why you owe them that money? Why is there no date on what you owe them, period of time from? You can't just, like this will be rejected, not even from the person who's owed the debt. This will be rejected from the trustee. It's not enough information.
Yeah.
It's unacceptable. Sorry, rant over.
No, it's all good. Go on your rants. It's fine. Hang on, let me look at these real quick. Justice for Clayton, thank you for the $5. In case people don't remember, Laura Owens lies all the time. I mean, I didn't forget, but yeah.
The LinkedIn page for this Cherry seems to be a financial services company related to healthcare expenses.
Okay, well that makes sense.
Yeah, but and that's good. That's good to know. The trustee is not going to want to research it themselves, right? Like they're going to straight up strike it and say,
they could hire me. I
better
freelance or something over here.
Yeah, I never hire me. Oh my God, I would be the best bankruptcy investigator.
That would be.
But yeah, thanks, Bruce. I didn't even try looking them up, and I don't know if my team did either. I apologize to them for that. How fake is Laura Owens paying?
Oh, yeah, I'd give the $5. How is fake Laura Owens paying for her super chats? A super chat GoFundMe, probably. That's probably what happened.
Hi, Ivy.
Well, if real Laura Owens has fake jobs, maybe fake Laura Owens has real jobs.
There you go.
That's some sound logic. Fake Laura Owens, thank you for the $5. Wait till my $35,000 DoorDash bill makes it in there. That Dutch crunch and mustard on each side sure adds up. Thanks, Daddy. Okay. We got another 5. I have Domino's for life ever since I sued and won a burned tongue. On an oven hot pizza or upper hot pizza is so valuable. Oh my God. Oh wait, I accidentally moved that.
Then why aren't we doing it?
Cat Lady, thank you for the 5. Wait, are you telling me Ron and Jan went and got a crappy attorney?
Yeah, I think so, but that's just my.
Karen Carson, thank you for the $2. Owens' attorney is a ChatGPT attorney. I mean, I was watching she's ChatGPT at that point.
I mean, I just watched a video where an attorney got busted right in court doing that. So yeah, I can see that.
I'd be so mad if I paid attorney's fees and they were using ChatGPT. You know.
Yeah, it was an insurance case too. I'm sure the insurance company's getting billed a pretty good amount for that.
Yeah. Fake Laura Owens, thank you for the 5. It's Gap insurance on my horses. They should have gotten insurance on my Gap. It's costing them a lot. Thank you. All right. Let's see. We got city cards, 42,000, and another 500.
Just funny because every time I read city cards, my brain reads gift cards, and then I'm like, how do we have that much in gift cards?
I wish.
Right.
I wish I had that much gift cards.
Miscellaneous purchases on credit.
City of Phoenix for services. $500.
Yeah.
And
I feel like we found that out, but I could be wrong.
Yeah, I don't know. I would have no idea what that is.
I guess not. Sorry, I thought we found that out, but no.
Okay.
I don't know. It could. Who knows? It could be. Who knows? And honestly, and this is sad a little bit, but it could be like ambulatory services because they do charge that if they have to come out. I mean, yeah. So, I mean, who knows?
I mean, it's a good thing they don't charge for wellness checks, I guess.
Right? I know at some point they might.
Here's another credit card, Discover card.
Discover card, yeah.
What's Genworth?
Genworth is one of those I think it's one of those like payday loan kind of places, if I'm remembering correctly. Somebody correct me if I'm wrong in the chat, but I think I saw Genworth somewhere else in this case, and I can't remember where. I think it's I could have sworn it was like on one of their mortgages that they had, that they went through Genworth or something. I don't know. It's some sort of, it says services though. Okay,
Yeah.
I'm so sorry. I don't know the answer to that.
I mean,
It looks like it's a home care health service agency.
Oh, I
for,
did know that. We found that out today. That's my fault. You're right.
elderly
My
folks looking for aging services and
yeah.
care.
Yeah. I think that they handle like I did find this. That's what it was. We found this out. It's like I think they will send people out to help you do things, right?
Mm.
Which would make sense in this case.
Sure.
And that's a valid expense. I get it.
Sure.
Hanson Stables. I guess obviously that's a horse thing, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Um,
That's a horse thing.
HDI Global Insurance Company. What is HDI Global Insurance Company?
HGI. That just says services too, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Hold on, guys. Sorry.
It's all good.
I don't have that one either. Sorry, I don't have that one. Wait,
Powering trusted identities of the world's.
I keep thinking
Looks
I
like,
do
looks,
so much.
looks like business insurance.
Bruce,
I
I
got
can't thank you enough. Thank you. That makes sense. That makes sense. They probably have to have some sort of E&O policy, or even just like coverage, because they're, if people are leasing their
They don't have
horses.
commercial property, casualty insurance, mostly for businesses. When they start these LLCs, they may have to have some insurance for businesses.
Yeah, it's just like a general type of insurance for, we call it errors and omissions. It covers miscellaneous amount of things that people can make claims on. Okay. And then
Who's Jeremiah Harris? It doesn't even say anything here.
yeah, I believe that is to do with horses. Yep.
Okay.
Hold on, where'd it go? That has to do with horse care, but I don't know.
I heard Jeremiah was a bullfrog. Just saying.
Yeah. I go yeah.
Yeah, just placate me. It's fine.
I don't feel good to make that. I'm
horse
sorry.
farrier. What is it?
Yes,
Am
that's what
I
it was.
pronouncing that right? Horse farrier.
Yeah, farrier. Yes,
Yeah.
I think they
I'm not a horse guy, so
grooming.
What's a
just a
farrier?
moose.
Someone help me out with that.
I think they do like the
Oh,
yeah.
groomer.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
JPMCB. That's another credit card.
miscellaneous purchases and credit.
They have the comb for the My Little Ponies.
Yeah,
The little comb that comes with it.
I remember those. Yeah, here's JP Morgan Chase. So
that's the one
we
with the
can tell
lawsuit.
that clearly some of the paperwork was filled out a while ago, right?
Yeah.
Because we know that JP Morgan Chase is way more than $37,000.
Yeah.
And that's why I'm saying these credit card accounts. Oh,
And
Chad is saying the farrier does horseshoes more than grooming, or maybe not grooming at all. So
Oh,
I am
it's all
so.
like,
I'm not.
because you gotta. It's like
anything.
trimming your fingernails, I guess, and you put the shoes on and all that jazz.
Oh, okay. Yeah, because they have to have that done. Like that's really important for their health, I think, to have that taken care of. Thank you guys, because I'm really dumb about horses.
Lou Spivak, the key. What is the key?
I do know this. This one I do know. Just give me a second, because I we figured that out. It was,
The keymaster. Do they have a gatekeeper?
oh my gosh. Hold on.
I tried.
Wait a second, for real. Give me one second, because I do know this one and I want to talk about it. So give me 1 second.
I'm gonna run to the bathroom actually real quick, so I'll be right back.
Okay. I'm gonna go just off the screen for 1 hot second.
What?
Sorry, guys. Sorry, Bruce. Keep us entertained.
Bye, Bruce.
I'm taking over the channel, guys. What should we do? Should I do what? They have the keymaster. There is no Lauren, only Zool. What are we doing, guys? Erica P says, do you think the horse farrier has one of her horseshoe sweaters? I want one of those horseshoe sweaters. Little horseshoes right here. Sexy. I don't know. Or Ghostbusters quotes. Oh no. What is it? I've lost. No, that's not right. What is it? Remember the time you tried to drill a hole into your head? That would have worked if you hadn't stopped me. Oh no. Call Sigourney Weaver. I mean, in a sense, the fake twins are sort of like aliens, you know, they're parasites. Sigourney Weaver was an alien. That's interesting. What is Jeremiah's last name again? Harris, I think. Horse farrier, Hoof and Forge, Arizona. Lori Ritz-Cracker says, hi, Bruce from Ontario, Canada. Ahoy, ahoy. Texas Proud says, it must be a sad day when you run out of people to sue. Oh, boy. Yeah. Good golly.
I got it.
Oh, we found out who Lou Spivak is.
Yeah, it's
Tell us.
so the key is actually a senior living facility in like a home, like an elder care kind of place. And I think that Spivak was an attorney they hired to help them maybe navigate that next step. Can't find the exact message where we figured it out, but that was what we connected it to.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that's another one that falls under that. Effectively, it falls under that healthcare category.
Yeah. I mean, I get it. And especially, I mean, there's a lot that goes, like, there's a lot that should have been done a long time ago, but there's a lot that goes into planning that next phase, right? And so that's understandable. Yeah.
Okay.
I wish there were a little more explanation to it. You know what? I'm so sorry.
Yeah, it just says the key.
Yeah, it might have actually been where he stayed when he was getting his when he was staying at a facility for a little bit. I think it was in 23, maybe. And so it might even be from that. But that's what it's related to. I just don't know. I mean, I know as much as that's on the form, right? But that's what it's related to. I don't know if it's future or past, you know.
Okay.
It seems like it would say, again, a lot more.
Yeah.
But
Chad seems to think it was medical rehabilitation, which would make sense.
Yeah.
You're saying it was a temporary stay.
That's what it was. I'm sorry, guys. I'm just not feeling good today, and you can tell.
Oh, no worries.
That's what it was.
Wouldn't it be crazy if that's where he was when they did that belly video? Oh my gosh, that would be a wild coincidence.
I do not think you're far off right there, because that's also around the time that the 2 loans that they took out that they had a power of attorney for. That was in 23. That's why I attached a date of 23 to it, because that's when that happened. He was in the hospital, or he was in a facility. He was medically unavailable for a period of time. That was, I want to say, May and June, because they got one loan and then another loan, and they had a power of attorney for each. So it's around the same time of year every time they do these, so it makes it easier to screw them up from memory. But yeah, that's what that was. It was the rehab, which is, I mean, I don't know. Mine was covered 100%. So I can't, like, I don't know. I'm sure that there are deductibles when it comes to that stuff, and I'm sure it's not cheap. And if you want to have the best, then I get it.
Yeah.
You know, because it might have even been more than that, and that's all they were able to pay down. So that I can understand.
Okay.
So, I don't know how many people know that those people are related.
Yeah, this is interesting. So we've got 1700 here. We have no date.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Um,
they're related. That's, I think, Liz Jan's
Jan's
brother.
last name. Yeah.
Okay,
Mark
so
Miller, that must be her.
when this
brother or
says
something.
doctor,
Nope.
this may not be one of their medical doctors, but it may just be somebody who happens to have a doctorate.
Yeah.
Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, correct. I think it's
Okay, storage fee expenses. Now this one's interesting because wasn't there another field that said they didn't have any personal property in storage?
That's where they store the HCG.
Jeez.
yeah, and I mean, I think the trustee is going to knock this down anyway because again, it's relatives. You can't have your relatives part of your bankruptcy.
Um,
Not how that works. So I don't think.
So
the trustee can prove that.
I mean, what if it was something like, your kids, had childhood belongings and these people are storing it in a storage facility and this is the bill. You're saying that it's inappropriate for them to list it on this form, or what's the?
Yeah, because they're related. You're not so when you file for bankruptcy, I mean, if they can prove it, maybe it would be acceptable, but it's more difficult to prove because I mean, I could have my husband file bankruptcy and I charge him to live here, right? So, I mean, where do you draw the line when it comes to family typing up an invoice for you?
Wow. Big Tiff is savage, charging rent on the
They had a couple lines
bankrupt husband. Holy heck. Boy.
I mean, like I said, it might be okay, but I don't know. Net credit.
I was just trying to reconcile how they can claim they don't have any personal property in storage, but then they're paying these storage fees.
Yeah, I'm trying to reconcile that too, because this is the only storage fee we'll see on this list. And
to me, the only thing I can think of is they're paying for storing something, but it's not their stuff. So maybe it's their kids' stuff
or an inheritance.
Yes. Or something. Yeah. They're
like inherited, China or
other
whatever.
relatives' stuff. That's not. Well,
Right.
If they were inheriting it, I mean, I don't know. Who knows? I can't figure it out.
stuff.
Yeah, I know.
Shit. It's got to be horse stuff.
Oh boy.
What?
Well, then it would be their personal property, right? Unless it was.
No. Yes, but no. But yes.
Oh boy. All right.
I mean, you can only have so much, right? That's exempt. And I actually went through a bankruptcy case today where the trustee was like striking stuff for the person that was claiming it as exempt. They were like, no, you can't do that for this. They challenged it. They had to come to it.
Wow.
Yeah, so, and that was a small bankruptcy. So yeah, anyway, we got net credit, which I believe is, it says loan.
Yeah, I use net credit. I know about net credit. So.
You do know about net credit?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's a really easy line of credit to get online.
Is it like a firm or is it?
You pay, so you get a line of credit and then you pay every 2 weeks.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So it's
I used that a long time ago. Yeah, it was another one of those things I used to pay for travel.
So like higher rates and stuff?
Yeah.
Interesting. And so all we have for that is that they were loans in 24 and 25. We don't know for what. We don't know why.
I mean, you might use it for anything, really. Yeah. So, what's one claim I don't know what that is.
One Claim Solutions has to be a debt collector, like a collection company. That's, I mean, maybe it's insurance, but
Sure.
I'm thinking more debt collector.
Sports medicine, that's pretty
Yeah.
smart. Yeah.
And I mean, I think their horses are older, so that would make sense. They need some medicine for
Yeah.
them. Schneider's. Does anybody know what Schneider's is? Because I was curious about that.
I don't know.
It sounds like a cheese place. Like, it sounds like a place that sells like
cheese place? $500 at a cheese place? Yeah, that sounds about right.
It sounds like a place that you'd order a fancy cheese from and they'd ship it to you in a freezer box, right?
I have no idea.
That sounds like my kind of place. Oh.
We were just talking about cheese, weren't we?
Oh, it's a saddlery place.
Okay. That makes sense.
Yeah. I looked it up, and there is like a bakery too, but I'm pretty sure it's going to be the tack shop that they use, not the bakery.
Is it in Ohio?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I don't know if I'd trust cheese from Ohio.
No, that's what made me think not cheese. That was the thing that made me think not cheese. That it was in Ohio. Nothing else about it made me think not cheese, besides that it was in Ohio. Here we go. Now we're talking about some storage fees, right? Statewide moving, $25,000.
That's a lot.
It is a lot. So this company, they do big moves, right? State to state moves, and they will also store your belongings for a long period of time. And the way I explain this is like a lot of what people don't realize is like a lot of executives, when they work for a company, they might not be a full-time employee, but they're like a contract employee, and they'll sign like a 1 or 2 year contract, and they'll go work in Texas for that period of time. And, you know, maybe they live in Wisconsin. We're talking about cheese. And so they'll have all their stuff stored by that company rather than moving it back and forth from Texas to Wisconsin, because they don't know where they're going next even after that. So there are companies like that that exist. I don't know why Owens would still have items stored with them, but this is definitely concerning for the trustee. This is one of those situations where, being honest,
they're going to have to look into this one because it's fairly large, and there's not a lot of detail. And you can, like, a lot of my stuff while I'm doing the Van Sita is in the Pods. So Pods is a comparable company, right?
Yes.
You put your stuff in there, they take it away and store it. If you want to move it, they'll move it. They'll charge you a monthly fee for storing it, which isn't too bad. The moving fee is really where the expense comes in. Like, you could move, you know, maybe 2 of those pods back and forth across the country for this $25K, probably, like twice. I would think.
Yeah, I think you're right. That's a big bill. So, and it does say storage. So something's still being held there. Again, we've got a year of 2025 that doesn't quite add up with what we know, but maybe there'll be more answers later on. And unfortunately, that's where we're at with this form, because it is just the beginning. You know, there'll be questions that are answered later. There will be questions that are never answered. So yeah, I think that's a lot. I feel like it's a lot of storage over time.
I need to interrupt our regularly scheduled programming to remind David that he needs to get off of Twitter.
Oh my
because
God.
this is unhinged. Like, please stop. Oh God. That's a self-portrait.
Wow.
God damn it.
What is he doing?
Man,
what did it say? You can't. What?
I feel like he's distracting us.
he's distracting himself, I think, but whatever.
Something about lies. I don't know.
Amazon credit cards.
Yeah. $99. Oh, how sad.
This one's almost 10K.
See, I mean, Care Credit. So these are some older accounts, actually, that we noticed that are medical. There's 2 of them from 2016. And I don't know if, you know, it says miscellaneous purchases on credit, so it makes me think they were using it over time, but who knows?
Yeah, I don't know either. Target card, almost 2K.
Yeah. Tractor Supply.
All right.
Says that makes sense, right?
Upstart is another loan.
Yeah. And actually, I think I learned from maybe Dave's chat that Upstart's like I don't know, like they help you connect with people to start online and businesses and stuff like that. So I don't know.
I wonder why they only have $200 at Wells Fargo.
Yeah,
Seems
miscellaneous. What would I say? Miscellaneous purchase on credit, probably.
Yeah. Is that it? I think that was it.
Yeah, I think so. Let's see here.
I guess Upstart is personal and business loans, and they're trying to use AI to figure out if you'll pay them back or something.
Yeah. Oh,
Somebody said
Hold on here.
overdraft. That could be.
AI-powered lending.
I think that's the Wells Fargo. Could be overdraft fees. Who knows? I don't know. Wells Fargo is known for like opening multiple accounts in other people's names. So
Fake Laura Owens, thank you for the $5. Hi, David. What time are you coming over for Netflix and Tony Robbins tonight? Oops, wrong text. Well, if we're at the end of that kind of section, I might need to stop there just because it's already past 10. But
yeah, I think that I'm sorry, this one felt a little less organized than the first one, guys.
no, I thought it was fine. I mean, I'm just so tired.
Well, I thought I should have had some more answers on ready than I did, but
You did more than enough to me. But Karen Carson, thank you for the 5. Capital One, what's in your wallet? Owens, HCG syringes, Domino's, sonograms, the Court of Random Opinion membership. That's not true.
Oh, no.
I don't think I would want to know what's in their wallet.
Fake Laura Owens, thank you for the $5. We spent a shitload of money so I could win a $50 trophy and no cash prizes. That tracks.
Oh,
And thank you for the other 5. The farrier is only 50% of the ponies. Have you seen Mom's feet? What? It's terrible. Karen Carson, thank you for the $5 says they're saving all their money to run to Mexico and hide from consequences. Ahem. Hello, fleeing the country to avoid jail when she is found guilty.
I was thinking they'd just all get in Gingras' boat and
Well, he
jet
sold it.
away, but he
sold
sold
it,
it. So
yeah.
that plan is out. That plan's out the door.
yeah, we can do that now. Thanks, David. The one question that was asked that I didn't answer was just that it was, can you address Laura's Airbnb and whether or not it's making money?
Oh yeah.
And yeah, and when we get to that part of it, I will. But
We'll come back for this.
because we're gonna have to cover the businesses that they have 100% interest in, zero value. I don't know, like the way they listed it is insane.
Oh, that Airbnb is part of this document?
No, well, Liz Max is. That's
okay. So the
only reason
Airbnb
I
is
was
under
gonna
that
tie it in.
Liz Max LLC.
Yeah, so that's why I was going to tie
Got
it in. The real quick, like, I'm really not trying to be dramatic about, I think the trustee's going to come in and rip some of the stuff apart. The file I was looking at today, they wanted this woman's boyfriend's income because he stayed with her. Like, it was chapter 13, they wanted to know everybody who's contributing. They weren't going to approve the chapter 13. And again, this wasn't a large bankruptcy we were talking about. So
Really?
I think that we're going to see some interesting things happen on this docket in the future that may give us a lot to talk about.
So do you think they're going to want to know more about Laura's finances then, since she's living on the property there?
What finances?
Well, whatever.
Even if it's zero, they're going to want it addressed. They're going to want it addressed.
Like what happened to that $450,000 money market account or whatever?
Because we didn't see any Logix credit union accounts on this bankruptcy filing, right? And supposedly they had a beneficiary interest, at least Liz Jan did. So that's interesting, I think.
Oh. If you're the beneficiary of somebody else's asset, you have to list it on this chapter 13 document?
Yeah, like if you're doing inheritance and stuff, there's there's a section for it, right?
Okay.
So, yeah, that was the other thing on this bankruptcy I looked at today. It was this woman had inherited a house and
Mhm.
from her mom, and she had to sell it. It was like the bankruptcy trustee was like, "Nope, you got to sell it," and he made her sell it. So, they're gonna want to know a lot more than what's given on this form, and
Well,
it's
that
gonna
would have
be
been a distributed inheritance asset, correct? As opposed to one where you're just the beneficiary of an asset you don't have control over yet.
yes, true, yes, true. But I think there's a spot where you do have to list if you're like a beneficiary in a trust, even if it hasn't been distributed yet.
Very good.
If it's out there, yeah. I have to read it again to know it by line, but you do have to let them know that there's potential funds that you could come into
Hmm.
over the course of the chapter 13. Because it's going to be 5 years of this.
Wow.
All right, guys, I'm gonna take off for the night. But thanks everyone for hanging out, and thank you, Tiff, again for doing this for us. So we'll see you again
Oh, yeah.
soon.
Yeah, sounds good. Thank you guys. Have a
All
good
right,
one.
cool.
Yeah, thanks so much.
Thanks.
Learned a
Bye.
bunch.
Bye.